Welcome to my channel. Couple of days ago I got this beautiful present. It's the newest book by T.Goodridge. It was published probably a month ago, and of course I was waiting for it for a long time because it has amazing theme, all those charming cottages, and I think that it was one of my most awaiting book for this year. So let's have a look what Teresa prepared for us. I think that together with this video, with this flip through, I will do another video with couple of Instagram accounts which I usually look at when I need some inspiration for coloring beautiful countryside, beautiful cottages, beautiful gardens. I hope that those profiles with beautiful inspirational photos also can be helpful for you if you love to color books by Teresa. So here we have Village Charm, and I absolutely love the cover of the book, very inspiring already. I love that they posted a smaller page here. Usually we have bigger picture inside of the book and part of it here on the cover, so you can do some quick work here. And of course I absolutely love this page with quilts. Definitely it's one of my favorites in the book. Of course I plan to color it also. I love quilts. I don't know how to do them, but I wish I could. Here we have one of the most interesting pictures. I love all buildings covered by tiles. I know that it's not easy to color it, but in the end all those buildings with light walls and bright tiles, they can be so charming. And I love when we have lanterns. You can decide if you want to do either evening page with strong reflection of light coming from a lantern, or you can do daytime picture. It's always interesting to decide. Here we have a picture with a lot of delights. I think that first I will finish all my pictures in Main Street when we have various shops, and then I can switch to similar picture in a Village Charm. But of course they are yummy. It can be one of the good projects to color for the birthday, for example. Here this one is so charming. It reminds me about Spain somehow. When I got the book I was thinking that here we mostly will have landscape from English countryside, but you can turn this one definitely into maybe Spanish landscape. You know that when they have very light walls of the building and a lot of flower pots with geranium flowers, so we can do it as any other country. I absolutely love this perspective, interesting structure of the street. You can plan your coloring, where will be shadows, where will be highlights, but for me it's really interesting. I love some complicated perspective on landscapes. While this one is also very good. Usually I am not a big fan of books by Teresa when they have huge flowers, but here those dog roses, they look really realistic and nice, so I want to color this one. I am still not very good at doing realistic reflection in the water, so it will be a very good page to practice. Here we have a relatively small area of the water, so I think that I will manage to show that embankment, this bark of the river, and also tree which is hanging closer to the water, they have to reflect in the water. I think that I will manage to show it. This one, it surprised me, but I absolutely love these flowers. They look good. Another page similar to Main Street. It also had similar page with the same perspective of the corner, but here I think that all those balconies and shop windows, they are even more interesting. I definitely will color this one. It's patisserie, so we can think which colors we can use to show that maybe it's part of the French Riviera, Also quite interesting to think which colors are more traditional for English countryside, for other countries, while this one also has very interesting perspective. You know that I am a huge fan of cross-stitching, and one of my favorite cross-stitching manufacturer is Dimension cross-stitching, and they have many beautiful landscapes of the similar countrysides with such beautiful cottages. So maybe I will get some inspiration from my favorite cross-stitching designs. Next one, similar to another one of the Teresa books, not my favorite again because of the shape of tulips and daffodils, but if I finish everything else, then I will do this one. Market, I absolutely love to color markets, and this one is very good. It will be my page for the fall season because we have sunflowers, we have pumpkins, we have corn. I absolutely love to color all such things, so I want to color this. I can imagine how we can beautifully color all those flags, all those ornaments and wooden structure here. So this one is very beautiful. I am glad that she posted it here. This one is simple, so if you are afraid of more complicated landscapes, city scenes, you can start from this one, and I'm sure that you still can enjoy it. For me, it's again more from the French area because we have baguettes here and their bikes. Somehow I think that I want to use a lot of muted turquoise here for the window, for the door, maybe something very light for the color of the walls, so I can already imagine some of the colors for this page. Again, we have similar pictures in Country Charm and in some other books, but I still love especially everything which we have on the foreground. I think that Teresa managed to paint very well all those hydrangea. She put it on her pictures quite frequently, and I do love how she does them. And you know that I have a soft spot for watering cans, so when I can see picture with watering can, I always want to do it. Next one again is complicated landscape. So we have to think how to color it. I think that we can select a couple of buildings which we can color in brighter color. For example, this barn we can color in muted red. Maybe some other building here, maybe this charming patio. And the other buildings we can do with a lighter color of the walls, so we just have a couple of bright color spots and maybe bright car. Well, it definitely will be interesting to do, but I also somehow think that it will be more the fall season picture, maybe because they already started together something here near the barn. We will see. Oh, this one is absolutely amazing. Here we have flower gallery. I already colored flower shop in Main Street, so when I feel that I want to color something similar, I will do this one. I think that we can use a lot of blue for the canopy, for the window, maybe some light gray or slate gray for the pavement, and such light pastel colors. They will create very beautiful background for all those bright flowers. Another charming picture. It's definitely also one of my favorites. I do love this bridge made from bricks. Buildings also are nice, especially this one, and of course I want to color boards. I love to color them. Again, it will be challenging because we also need to show reflection, but I hope that I will practice and I will improve in it. Oh, another village market, very nice. This one I would color in more earth colors, a lot of brown, a lot of ochre, maybe olive green. I don't know, but that's how I see this page. Well, here we have quite interesting cottage together with the garden, and that's where all those inspirational pictures which I mentioned in the beginning of this video, they definitely will be very helpful for me. Another good one, Usually I'm not a big fan of animals, but here they are really good. At least their proportions are good. And those foxgloves, I think that I also love to color them. So, and another charming bridge. I also have a soft spot for such old brick bridges, and the only thing I need to learn how properly color water with colored pencils. Look at this one. Here we have seaside, and that's what I was dreaming for. That we also need to have channels, we need to have rivers, but also I want cottages on the seashore, and here finally we have them. I have to think which colors I want to use here. Maybe buildings with white walls, but with blue and red accents somewhere. I definitely want to color this one beautifully. Maybe I will do watercolor underpaint for the sky, for the water, and then on the details I will work with pencil. Well, here we have something like maybe Alpine or Swiss village with more interesting, a slightly different shape of the roofs of all those chateaux, and with this adorable church. Again, we have a lake here, and I'm glad that on the background we have mountains. Another interesting page to color. I don't know, first I was thinking about turning it into winter, but we have such adorable rose flowers here, so it will be a summer page. Another picture from the similar village. I think that it's simply part of the same landscape, somewhere between those buildings, and just because of the same shape of the roofs and also mountains here. Very nice. Here we have stairs, another one which can be good for beginners if you want to test if the style of terrazzo is good for you. So I would recommend to start from something more simplified like this one. We can do brick walls in brighter colors, maybe something with terracotta or burnt ochre, and a lighter shade on the stairs, maybe some shades of gray, and then a lot of bright flowers. That's my favorite, that page with quilts. Absolutely adorable and definitely one of my favorites in this book. Another one with interesting garden and cottage. I would try to do it in a traditional English way. I think that I want to do it with dark bricks. I have to think carefully. I definitely feel like a garden planner, garden designer when you think about which colors you want to combine on the flowers to have a beautiful landscape around the building. It's important to plan your garden. Well, here we have again something more similar to Main Street style. I think that it will be quite quick coloring, so I can do it as a relaxing page. Here we have this beautiful cottage from the cover, and again here we have cottage on the seashore, and it's good. This one is very interesting. I so much love this card, and I love pumpkins, but it will be again my fall project for them. August, probably for September. I absolutely love these lupin flowers and sunflowers in front. Very beautiful flower composition. Here we have charming restaurant. It's nice. The only thing I would prefer is that they used slightly thinner black lines. For me, it's not very good to have such thick lines, especially on the plants. But I know that these books, they are very popular among the thinner colorists. So if it's easier to color for the people who have slightly problems with the eyesight, then okay, I would simply recommend to use a lot of white, beige, gray Posca to slightly cover all those thick lines if you prefer to have more realistic coloring, more in painting way. So Posca can be quite helpful because some of the thick black lines I would definitely cover here. Another one beautiful seashore landscape. Here we have a lot of areas to practice how to properly color wood. Texture which Teresa put here on the wood is quite helpful for the beginners. I always love to color bookshops. I already color bookshop in Main Street, so I can color now this one. And it's good to have another bookshop in my books. Ice cream. I also did my ice cream shop in Main Street already, so I can practice once more. My previous ice cream shop I did with a lot of pink, so maybe this one I will color with some delicate yellow color as a main color for the walls, and then some bright spots here for the advertising for the different types of ice cream. We have one winter page here, and I'm glad that we have cardinal birds, another one of my favorite subjects to color, and definitely I will do it during the winter time. And finally we have another one of my favorites. I so much everything here. The compositions that we have, flowers on the foreground. When I took pictures when I do some sightseeing and when I took pictures myself, I also love this composition to put some bright flowers first and then perspective with the interesting buildings somewhere on the background. So we have this traditional English train, I think, and this beautiful Saturn village. I think that I need to research if it's a real place. I think yes, so I will search and I will try to color it realistically, but the building is very beautiful and adorable dog, and I do love this clocks on the station. Everything here is really good, so it's another one of my favorites. Well, it's adorable book. I'm happy that I have another addition to my big collection of T.Goodridge books, and of course I plan to start coloring in it very soon. Well, I hope that you also love this one. It's definitely one of the most interesting books by Teresa if you love to color landscapes, and I can definitely recommend it. Thank you for watching, and until my next videos.